like to start off just by telling the audience just a little bit about yourself, like who you are, what you're into, what you're passionate about. Just let it rip.
Yeah, where to start? So I've been gaming since basically birth, but my main genre of gaming is MMORPGs.
What's going on, guys? I am your host, Commando FGW. Welcome to another episode of Fireside Gamer Stories. We have my man BKB here, the one and only, yours truly, and then of course our special guest. We got DNA up in the building. How you doing today?
I am great. I'm doing
That is
awesome. Thanks for
awesome.
having me. This is really cool. It's cool.
Of course, no, it's a
We're
pleasure
just
to
getting
have you on.
started.
Right? No, seriously.
Yeah.
So we like to start off just by telling the audience just a little bit about yourself, like who you are, what you're into, what you're passionate about. Just let it rip.
Yeah, where to start? So I've been gaming since basically birth, but my main genre of gaming is MMORPGs.
Oh, okay.
Been playing online since I was 11 years old. I'm 38 now. So I've been playing MMOs for a solid 27 years.
Jesus.
My dad is the one that got us into playing MMORPGs. Um, Asheron's Call was our first one, and
Oh,
then we went
shoot.
to Dark Age of Camelot, and then World of Warcraft when that came out, and then played other MMOs like here and there along the way. My parents
Jeez.
still play MMOs. I kind of dipped and left them on Ashes of Creation. Sadly, they didn't want to play WoW,
Oh,
so they don't like
yeah.
WoW. So they're
You
just
left
like,
him
no.
in
I
the
called my
dust.
dad earlier too. Yeah, I called him earlier. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? You still playing Ashes? He's like, yep. But I was like, you want to come play WoW? And he's like, nah.
I'm
And
good.
I was like, bro, like, he's like, no. So they're still, my parents are still in Ashes of Creation, but my brother's with me. One of my brothers is with me on WoW.
Oh, okay.
Um, but there's a lot more to that. I can keep going, but we can start with that if you want to.
No, you can. At least we have now understanding what is your, upcoming. That
Yeah, I was
you
like,
had
I already definitely
a
have questions
father.
on that.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
But we wanna. I would love to hear more because I'm sure there's so much more to. You have so
Oh,
much more
yeah.
to
Yeah.
give us.
So
So
what the biggest reason why my dad got us into MMOs is because he is army. He's an army veteran.
Okay.
He got us into gaming because it was a cheap and just fun way for all of us to like enjoy family time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So gaming was
yeah.
huge and is huge in my family. Another thing is trading cards. So
Oh,
we've
shoot.
got he got us really into Magic the Gathering. Even
Hell yeah.
today, I still collect trading cards. I have a whole every stream I open up a booster pack of Union Arena. I don't know if you know
Stop.
that TCG,
No,
Oh my
we
but
gosh.
do. I'm a fellow rift bounder. I dip
Yeah,
my
he's a
toes
card
in
oh
it.
game.
hell yeah, yeah.
Yeah, participating in like a local $5,000 tournament in New York City. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we know about TCGs and stuff,
I
but
know he plays. He gets it.
yeah,
I'm still like I don't understand it at all.
Yeah, I'm not
but
much of a player anymore. I'm more of a
just
collector these
to
days.
collector, okay. So
Okay,
straight
that's
up
fair.
buy, sell, trade, collect, and
See that
yeah.
I
Yeah,
understand. Like selling and
yeah.
trading, I'm like, all right, now we're talking my language.
Yeah,
I mean
especially
it's
the anime TCGs. Like White Shorts was obviously like the big first anime TCG, and then Bandai was like, "Yo, let us get in on this." And then they
yeah,
came out with Union Arena to get all the
Got
anime
yeah.
you.
IPs. White Shorts is still the goaded one. They still have the better looking cards. They've been in the game a bit longer with the anime IPs. Not a bit, a lot longer. But
Eh,
Yeah,
Bandai's getting some good sets coming out. Some nice cards, some good art, things like
yeah.
that. But
see, that's
it's getting
awesome.
This is a
there.
ve-
But it's
it's a
easier to
ve-
find.
it's a very big topic, by the way, right now because everyone's hopping on TCGs, and even look
Mhm.
what happened now with One Piece. They were giving out the One
Oh
Piece
yeah,
cards at
yeah.
basketball events, and
Oh, I didn't even know that.
people were buying. People were buying of like old people for $50. Yo, can I have that card for
That's
$50? You go to
crazy.
eBay, and you see those cards go for $600. One guy has
Oh, for
already like
sure.
over like hundreds of them. That's like already 60K. And like, yo, that's like
That must be
and
nice.
again, just to remind what we spoke about one of the previous episodes, it is proven, at least when it comes to like Pokemon or just in overall TCG market, if you compare it to the regular stock market,
Oh
you
yeah.
still see the numbers for the cards like a lot higher than the
Oh
regular
yeah.
stock market.
100%.
As long as there's not some kind of like reprint to kind of like fuck it all
To
over,
even it all out,
essentially.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Magic the
solid. Yeah,
Gathering just did it.
Magic is
Just did it.
huge for that. That's why Magic's plummeting so
See?
Very
hard
much.
over
And
the
I
years is
feel
because
I
they
feel
do those
so
damn
out of
reprints.
it, like because like when I go to like conventions and stuff, they give us like free little decks of everything all the time. So I literally
Mhm.
just give out these magic cards, and they're like, "Oh my god, thank you!" And then I'm like looking like, and like someone sells that same deck for like 1,000. I'm like, "Wait, hold on, that
You're
was
like
money.
pause. Like wait a second
That was
here.
money there."
But
Like, wait, hold on.
my dad has like a collection of like all the magic cards when we were a kid, what we played with and stuff like that, and he has them all like
Oh,
stored away. And I call him up and I'm like, "Hey, so you ready to
when you ready to
give me
get
those
like
cards?"
going
Same
on
with like
those,
old school comic books. He has old school fucking
That's
comic books
which is
crazy.
real
all
crazy
stored away.
in
And I was
in
like,
mint
"Yo, so what are
condition.
you gonna do with those?" Yes.
Oh
I was
wow.
like, "What are you gonna do with those?" And he's like, "Oh, when I pass away, I'm gonna like divide it between you and your brothers." And I'm like, they
What?
don't know what to do with
They
it.
don't even know
I
what to
was
do
like,
with
just
it.
give it to me.
Not,
I was like, send it to
uh,
me.
not to take away from you, because you know you're our guest, but who is your dad? He sounds
Oh,
like
my dad.
he's
You know,
like the father figure
yeah,
of the
Right, yo,
century.
I
I
am,
MVP
can,
father.
yeah, I
yeah.
am literally my father's daughter. Like, that man, like, I love that man. Like, I would die for my dad.
Good.
He's
That's what's
basically the
up.
reason I am what I am today. Like everything when it comes to my love for gaming, my love for TCGs, my love for anime since I was a kid, like everything that is like him is me personified in like female form. Like I am my father's daughter,
Okay.
like hands down.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I have two daughters, and I think any father would love to hear it. So,
Hey, you're gonna be
Go
that
yeah,
watch
same
my
you're
dad this
father.
you guys.
podcast. That
No,
man's never cried in his life,
it,
but he'll probably cry
nah.
now.
No, kudos to both of you. You seem like a top-notch daughter, and you seem like you had a top-notch dad. Obviously, everyone goes through, ups and downs and all the, good
Hmm.
and bad stuff. But in
Yeah.
general, like at the end of the day, you see it, the product as a whole. If we look at ourselves like that, then it seems like everything is amazing, and I'm just happy to hear it.
Hmm.
You know. I'm just looking forward also for my daughters,
Hey, you're
pretty
gonna
much
be
to
the
be like you,
same
Hey,
father.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
we'll
that
see,
yeah,
we'll see,
for
we'll
sure.
see.
Dude.
Just like
But
I don't know, he was just a huge part of my life and everything that I love, and he single-handedly raised because my mom was a stay-at-home mom, and
Yeah.
then my dad took care of me and my two brothers. I have two younger brothers,
Okay.
so on a military army pay, he was in Desert Storm also.
Which
So
that
this
was
man
gonna be
went through
one of the
Desert
questions I
Storm.
asked, because like yeah,
Hmm.
you said that you were from Germany and then you moved at a young age. Was that because of the military
Hmm.
life?
Yes, yeah.
Ah,
I am German heritage. Like I am like over 90% German. Like my
okay,
last name is German. Like everything's German. It's just that my family moved to America when the whole World War II thing happened.
got it.
So then we still have a lot of family that is in Germany
Mhm.
itself. But my dad got stationed out there obviously because of army and things like that.
Got it.
But then
Yeah.
we moved back and forth, all that stuff.
Okay.
So, um, but yeah, yeah.
Do you travel there
I don't know
often? Do you go back to
that.
Germany?
No, I have been wanting to go back, but I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. Everything's like really freaking expensive. Like
I was just about
first
to
and
say,
foremost.
hold on. I went to Germany last year. It
yeah,
was a lot cheaper than
Oh,
anyone
did you?
expected. Yep, I went for the first. I've never been overseas. The flight was literally cheaper than me going to Mexico, which is way closer.
Oh, that's
you
wild.
you
Yeah,
you
that's
you got
wild.
you got lucky, or I don't know what kind of deal you got, but in
No, if you
general,
I'm
again,
basic. I mean, we're not sponsored by Expedia, but I swear by Expedia. Like I find cheap ass
no,
deals.
Mhm.
that's standard, right? Expedia, Skyscanner,
Right?
whatever, Google
Okay.
Flights. But I'm saying straight up, Commando, you did get lucky because I know those prices because I check them, like monthly, once in 2 months, because I want to
Well, see,
go
no,
visit my
you gotta get them
family.
early. You gotta get them like in advance, in advance.
I swear, brother, I check like 6, 7, 8 months up,
Okay. Because
ahead,
like me and
and
my
it's still
sister
the
travel all the
prices are.
time.
You just got like either was because maybe at that time the things were like just
Well, I was gonna
cheap
say,
for
hilarious
the
enough,
month, but
it was it was the worst time to go because I went to Cologne, Colin,
Mhm.
yeah,
and
Cologne, yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah, and that was the only time like it was the most expensive to go there because of Gamescom, and everything was like double priced.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so I was like, I even got it at an expensive time. Like I'm
Oh,
already
then
planning to go
I
back
don't.
this year. I'm like, dude, I love Germany. I'm
Listen,
like,
I'm trying to go back to Japan. If
dude,
you find some good flight
see,
costs
I
for
want to go to
Japan,
Japan too. I
that
heard
I'm down
Japan's cheap.
for. That's where I want to go. That's like I like sure I want to go back to Germany at some point to visit, things
Yeah.
like that. But Japan is like peak of the first place I want to go to.
Yeah.
Is it because of
Is
your
it
love of
mostly?
anime?
Yeah, I was just about to say.
It's the
Not
anime.
only, I mean, I'm assuming also like because I'm the same. I like anime. I love like my favorite food is straight up like top-notch ramen bowl.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay, you're about that
Uh,
lifestyle.
and I swear I've done my research in New York City. I've went to like 20 plus places,
Oh,
and
that's
I
crazy.
found like the best ramen like I think it's the best ramen I've ever had, and the best ramen place I know. Like whoever visits me, I take people there, and they say it's like the best
You're
ramen
like,
they
yo,
have.
we're gonna try
I
ramen.
So if you ever,
actually I actually used to live in New York. I just
Oh
moved
shit.
from there like yeah, some years back because I live in Arizona now. So I've been here like the past like I don't know like 8 9 years. But
Yeah,
yeah, I lived in New York for
transplant.
like 10
You know what's
years.
crazy? We might have been in New York at the same time. I moved
Oh,
around
girl.
yeah.
2016 or 17, somewhere around there. So I've been out here like 8 or 9 years.
Yeah. So yeah, we probably were in New York at the same
Yeah,
time.
we
I
were like,
lived
yo,
in
fuck New
Astoria.
York, and moved at the same time. Let's
Astoria.
go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
I
Commando was
kind of
down.
got over the lifestyle in New York, but no, the craziest lifestyle though is Miami. If people, you know how people
Oh,
always say like,
not
no,
about that.
bro, people always like, yeah, like, oh, New York would chew you up, spit you out. Go to fucking Miami.
Miami, you might actually die.
Miami, yeah, like Miami, I had to leave. I had to move. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm out.
I I do think it depends on environment and people you're around because I did live in Miami and
Oh
as a
shit.
male as a solo male by myself I lived with the roommates in a private house, a pretty nice one with pool and stuff,
Oh,
and it was
Mhm.
pretty
you had a nice time.
pretty affordable. I had great time until it got very depressing because if you do not have money and you do not know people, there is absolutely nothing to do. And in summer it's so bad my
It's
skin
so
can't handle
bad.
it. I get like skin rash, you step out for a
And there's
minute and
lizards
you're all
everywhere, dude.
not even sweaty, you're sticky, like it's just
Yeah, the
yeah,
humidity.
yeah, it's
But
not
from the female perspective, it is completely different.
it's
You
different.
get
I'm prob
everything free in Miami.
Oh, I was gonna
Everything
say
free.
good or bad. So
You do not
good.
pay for a thing.
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, yeah,
I
it's
mean,
good. Yeah, you get free food, free drinks, free entry to clubs,
Yeah,
free
I'm with
like
that.
bars,
Hell
free this,
yeah.
free that. But you like it's the party style. Like it you burn out. Like you're just
Oh,
like no, like nah. Like it is so. I don't know how they do it. I don't know like
I
how the
don't know.
girls down there do it. I had to dip out of there. I actually moved there for work because I was opening a startup company for this one company I was working for. So I was helping with a startup.
Oh,
And
cool.
then after I finished that, I was like, nah, I'm out. Like
Actually,
I'm
no.
good. Like no.
Yeah, I'm on the other hand, I was just like with regular people, so we would just go to the beach, maybe go play a soccer match or whatever. So, but
Hmm.
yeah, after
Yeah,
two
it is a
years, it got
different yeah, it
very
depends on the lifestyle.
depressing, very boring. There's nothing to do, and I realized, hey, if you wanna live here nicely, and if you wanna, do those party things and everything as a male, you need to have money,
Oh, you need to have
Otherwise,
money. Hmm.
yeah, otherwise there's no reason. That's why I prefer New York, because there's so much more to do. There's so much more to see, go to,
Hmm.
try
Yeah,
things. So that's why I guess I'm still here, even though the rent prices and everything is just
and everything about it fucking
astronomical.
is stressful.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and also the city itself, you do get burned out. It's pretty nasty. The
Well,
subway
actually,
gets nasty.
I feel like we asked this before, but no one actually has lived in Arizona. How do you like Arizona?
Oh, I fucking love it.
I was like, since you moved,
It's
because
great.
you went to
I've
New York
lived.
and Miami, and like Arizona's
No,
where you
okay,
settled.
so I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you everywhere I lived. I've lived in New York. I've lived in California, two different parts of California.
Hey,
I've lived in Texas. I've lived in Louisiana. I've lived in Kentucky. I lived in Florida.
Holy
I've
oh
shit!
damn,
lived in Ohio,
you
and then
officially
now I'm
beat
in
me.
Arizona. Yeah, so
That
Arizona. Well, some of
hurts
it was
my brain.
military. Some of it was just me because I just get bored and I move around
Yeah,
because
see, I just
obviously
move
that
around.
military moving is engraved in me, and I'm just like, oh, I need to like go somewhere new.
Yep.
But Arizona so far for me is the best place I've lived because I am not a snow person. If I do
Oh,
want to see snow, I just got to go up north. But
fair.
where I live, I get no snow. Like people right now are complaining about snowstorms.
Yeah, New
Sorry,
York is
that's all you guys
devastating
got to
right
deal
now.
with that. My ass was out there with a fucking like crop top and just
Hmm.
leggings the past like 2 days.
Oh, that must be
So
nice.
can't relate, bro.
I
I
was
went
like,
to
my
my
shit is
family's
cold.
out in the snowstorm. Yeah, my family's like said they have a whole group chat and they're just like, hey, just checking in on everybody, make sure everything's good in the snowstorm. I went to a 5K in a rave that was outside and I
Wow.
recorded it and I sent it to them. But
Must
I was
be
like,
nice.
can't relate.
I'm good.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sad. I'm chilling. That's so nice.
Okay.
Okay. Cause who knows? I get bored of living in the mountains and I decide to like live in the desert.
It's nice. There's a lot of people moving here, so it's gotten expensive. I will say that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It's ever
Everyone that
since
I know
COVID.
moved to like Mesa or something like that. I'm like, oh, is that like like okay, cool.
Oh yeah, Mesa. Yeah,
Like,
it's okay. There's some good stuff there. It's older, obviously, because
uh,
there's like Phoenix, there's Mesa, and then like everything kind of just expanded. Like, because Mesa's like right next to Phoenix, so it just kind of like
got
Phoenix,
it.
and then like,
That
hey,
makes
Mesa, and
sense.
then there's like Glendale. As long as it's not Glendale, if it's Glendale, you might want to hop on out of there. Mesa is your better bet versus Glendale.
That's fair.
Isn't it
That's
weird
fair.
that isn't isn't it weird that everywhere we say or we hear that people are moving out or moving in, but at the end of the day, like every place has gotten more expensive,
Oh yeah.
regardless of people
Oh
are
yeah.
moving out and moving in.
Yeah, you have
I
to
think
like
it's like
pinpoint it.
I think it's like what we're being told, and that's what is happening. But at the end of the day, like if that's happening everywhere, it shouldn't be a reason for rent prices to skyrocket
Well,
twice as
that's
much.
why
Yeah.
I always say it's like just don't move to the big city.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. This is a quick commercial break to interrupt the flow of the show, but I hope you're enjoying it and you're getting a lot of information from our guests today. By the way, talking about earning extra income, whether working on a job or doing something else. Well, that's something else. We have the Esports Millionaire Mindset book, which you can see over here, or maybe this way. Not exactly sure where it's placed. However, make sure to visit Amazon to get the Esports Millionaire Mindset. It's another way you can actually earn revenue on the side while pursuing your esports endeavors or working your job. Thanks so much for watching this quick ad. Let's get back into the video.
Just move on the outskirts, and
Hmm.
it's a
Hmm.
bit more affordable. Once you're in the
Yeah.
city, you're
Outskirts.
screwed.
Yeah. Yeah, outskirts, like even in Arizona, the outskirts, if you go like further away from like Phoenix, like the cities and stuff like that here, the houses, rent,
Yeah.
everything's like pretty fucking normal. When you start getting
Exactly.
closer and closer to Phoenix and the city and everything like
That's
that,
when they just
that's when it
jack
gets
up the
kind of.
prices.
But also, like, even the nicer, safer areas, right? Versus like, the areas that aren't as safe. Like when I mentioned Glendale, like
Yeah.
Glendale is not as safe as like other places around here. Anyone from Arizona listening to this would know what I'm talking about. But their houses are cheaper, but they aren't. But they don't have HOA. So
Oh.
it's a perk, I guess, if you want to say
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I don't appreciate people bothering me about my goddamn lawn. So.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but I did want to touch. So yeah, no, you definitely lived a life. Like I love this. You're definitely a traveler, an adventurer. I love this. I did notice that streaming is kind of a new thing for you, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
What made you
I'm
decide to
kind of
take that
bummed.
leap?
So I'm obviously a part of the generation of the older gaming generation, right? Like the whole like PewDiePie gang, like everything like that.
Yeah.
Redfall RP, like when he was around. I'm a part of that whole generation of like gamers and MMOers and everything. And I always kicked myself in the ass when I was like, it could have been me. I could have done it. And I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure there's a lot of people in the same fucking boat that were just like, damn, it could have been me. Blah blah blah.
Could have did
Yep,
it.
like I could. We didn't know, and I would have definitely had an easier time in the context of family because my parents were gamers.
They
Like,
would have
wouldn't
supported
given me
you.
shit at
Yeah,
all.
they would
They
have
would have
pushed.
supported me.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly.
My dad probably still would have been like, okay, yeah, you could do this, but go get a real job at the
But
same
also
time.
have a real
which is
job,
fine.
yeah.
That's true, right?
Well, yeah, which would be reasonable.
That's totally
thing to do,
natural.
'cause
Yeah.
You could be supporting streaming, when streaming
Yeah, exactly.
makes
Which I
money,
do
then-
now,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So a lot of it had to do with like insecurity. Obviously growing up back then, which you guys could probably vouch for too, and a lot of the people listening to this. Back then we got bullied a lot. We got bullied a lot for liking anime, for liking gaming. I don't know and concept of guys, but as a girl especially, like I got bullied
Yeah.
a lot.
Oh, I lived in the
just for
Bronx.
liking
I
gaming
got
and anime and all that shit.
constantly tormented.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
lived in
so-
a very conservative country, so
Yeah.
people didn't even know that I was watching anime till point where
So-
I grew up and I didn't care to express my interests.
Yeah, you wouldn't just tell
Isn't
people
it
that.
crazy? But isn't it crazy? So here we're gonna go into a little bit more background about myself too. So
Yeah.
gaming and anime and all that stuff, like I mentioned, is like a huge like part of my life. To where in the sense that growing up, I stood my ground with it. If I got bullied because of it, I didn't give a fuck.
Okay.
It did cause me insecurities, but at the same time, I loved it too much to where I could not just like hide it and just be like, oh, I'm just not going to talk to people about it or anything like that.
Heck
I didn't
yeah.
care. So I was just
Yeah.
like, cool, you're going to fucking bully me? Cool, bet. Everyone else is. I was the kind of person to where if people bullied me, it bothered me mentally, obviously, but I never acted out on it. But if you bullied one of my friends or my little brothers, oh, I'm going to fucking act out on it. So that's where I drew the line though. But growing up, I owned that shit. And then even when I got into college, I went to college for neuroscience. And the main reason I wanted to go to college for neuroscience is because I wanted to be one of the first people to create like a Sword Art Online MMO kind of thing.
Oh, you
And this is
would go
before-
Why would you do that?
Bro,
I love
That's
Sword Art
crazy.
Online.
That's
have
crazy.
I love Sword Art Online, but no, I don't want that happening.
That's me looking at it, watching that anime. And
Yeah, I was like,
hoping
I don't.
that,
The whole time I'm like
someone
super
makes
cool.
it. I
Don't
was like,
want to
"Can
be in
someone
it.
make it, please?" And then you're
I
the
have
one who-
listen. That was my goal, and it's still my goal. I'm not gonna lie to you. And this is before VR like became a thing.
Yeah.
And everything like that. So it's still a goal of mine, but I
careful,
fell
guys.
off
Remember
of
her
it because
name.
of like real life and job and stuff like that. But if I ever get to a point where A, I have enough money, and B, meet the right people and have the right resources,
Yeah.
oh, you bet I'm gonna be making that shit, because that is my lifetime goal, is to make a like.
Yeah, she about to trap us
virtual,
all.
like, MMO.
She about to trap us all.
I already
That would be
have
sick.
like the whole like thing plot. I've had dreams of
God
an MMO
dang
that
it.
I've wanted to build, and like the PvP concept and everything like that. It's gonna happen one
Oh
day.
man,
I'm gonna make
it's
it
so
happen.
scary
No, that
And
would
because
it's
be
not gonna.
I've never
crazy.
met someone that said like, "Yeah, I want to do something like that." It's like, no, because we're getting close to that
Yeah.
technology. I'm scared now. Now
Oh,
I'm
it gonna
scared.
happen. It's gonna happen. Once I
As
get that money, I get the
listen,
resources.
Oh
as
God.
long as it's like, as long as it has optimal, like, as long as it's no with evil intent, right? If, for
Oh
example,
yeah, no, no, no.
I
I'm not
would,
gonna lock
yeah,
everybody
no,
in
that's what I'm
there.
saying.
Don't
It's not
worry.
that, that's what I'm saying. It's not that
Yeah, no.
scary as long as, you know, the right person is doing it. But because at the end of the day, if you've seen Sword Art online and
Hmm.
if you loved it, then most likely you're like, yeah, I would love this. You know, I would love to go into settings and tune in settings where if a dragon spits a fire on me, I can tune settings where I feel the burn on my skin, you know, just to make it, you know, like
Bro,
a
you know
little.
what'd be so like kind of funny but fucked at the same time too though? You
What?
know that there's gonna be that small portion of population out there that's gonna want like hardcore mode to where that if they die
Yeah,
in game, they die in real life. They're just like, fuck it,
yeah,
yo,
hardcore, yeah,
they're gonna be
Exactly.
like,
yeah.
yeah, give me hardcore.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
that's why
saying.
it's very hard to make it to a realization, especially because if you wanted to feel like it's real life, then you would have to have like nerve endings connected, right, to pain or whatever. And again, how does it even legally stand, you know, with like
Yeah.
allowing people to feel pain while wearing a helmet that
Yeah.
takes you, you know,
I mean, shit,
MMORPG.
we have those cases that go on nowadays. What was the one? There was one I recently came across where there's this girl. She came from Europe somewhere. I don't remember where.
Yeah.
And it was this guy in America, and then she, I guess, had been talking to him online for like years, and she paid him like $1,200 for him to like actually kill her because that was her fetish.
Oh, that's
And
weird.
then like he did it, and then it's just like, okay, well, where do you draw the line? Because she
Yeah, she
wanted it and
literally
asked
asked
for it.
for it. That's crazy.
So
And
it's like,
made a
okay,
money
well,
transaction? That's weird.
I mean,
yeah, like where do you
that's
draw
why
the
there
line?
is a law though, right? That's why
What
that
law
person that
is
what
saying that you can't
well,
pay someone to kill
I'm sure
yourself?
there is. I'm sure there's the person would have to first be examined and see if they have that
A
person has
lot of people
mental
did mention
issues.
that. A
Yeah, the
lot of
men.
people did mention that.
Yeah,
They were just like, if somebody's asking you to do that, like the better thing to do is to get them help, not
yeah,
let
and
them
not
ask
take
out of
Probably.
money
Yeah, you don't
exactly.
answer the call.
So
But
yeah. What are we talking about?
yeah, so going back to so in college, right? And then back to the whole topic about like gaming and especially gaming. Gaming used to get like ridiculed a lot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even my professors, I had because a part of the neuroscience degree, I had to take a lot of like psychology, just like classes a part of that too, because neuroscience is
That
also
makes
it's
sense.
biology plus psychology,
Yeah.
right? So one of the classes I had to take was child psych. And then I had a professor in that class. She started just came out with some discussion about saying how video games cause violence.
Oh
And
my
I was like,
god.
hmm. So
Love that
I
combo.
debated with her in class. Yeah, I debated with her in class, and I was like, okay, can you give me like proof, report, like studies, blah blah blah. And she's
Yep.
like, yeah, well, studies. Like, what about
Actual evidence.
her reference study was about the sugar high study. I don't know if you know anything about that. It was this control group they did for kids where they gave a group of kids like sugar versus the control group who didn't have sugar.
Okay.
And the kids that had sugar, like they acted out, blah blah blah, like all this stuff. But
Yeah.
it's like, okay, but you're not taking a lot of things into like factor here of just like home life, like how were they raised. I
Yes.
understand there's study of control group, yada yada yada, but there's too much of a bias that's really going
Yeah,
on
there's
here.
still
You're not getting a full
multiple
picture of
factors.
this shit. Yeah, there's too many fucking factors. So I said the same thing to her about violence in video games. I was like, you're not considering a lot of factors when it comes to like these kids or people that may potentially be playing a violent video game.
Mm-hmm.
So her and I had a heated debate that whole entire class with like everybody in class just like sitting there like
who's gonna win this?
because I was not letting it go because it was such gaming had such a bad stigma to it.
Yeah.
And then I also my independent study too. I did historical accuracy of video games, and then I picked the Assassin's Creed series as the topic
Good choice.
because this is before Assassin's Creed got weird. And then
Yeah,
my
like
whole
the
reference
first
point,
couple.
Yeah.
yeah. So I was like, my reference point is that video games can actually be, um, a teaching tool. Like it literally is teaching. Yeah, it's not 110% accurate. There is a fantasy to it, right? It's a
Oh
video
yeah,
game,
yeah.
but the good portion of it, the characters are real. Like a portion of it, like a lot of these are real. Like the assassins were real. They were called the Hashashins. Like
Yes,
all
yes.
these things were like pretty fucking real. But it's just the dialogue switched a bit because of the main character. And then some other little things too. But
Yeah.
my whole independent study and argument was just it can be used as a tool to educate kids. And look what's happening nowadays. Gaming is huge now.
Well, I
And
was
I'm
gonna
not gonna lie to
say,
you,
cause yeah, it's huge in
like
like
it
the
got me
mainstream,
emotional.
but
Hmm.
like you, I'm pretty sure we're all around the same age. Do you remember the time when
Hmm.
like computers were just now becoming a hot thing, right? It started becoming
Yeah.
in more people's homes, started becoming
Hmm.
so like I still remember. I think I was in like maybe like third or fourth grade, and I can't tell you the name of the goddamn game, but like they made us like there was like 30 minutes you went to a computer class and you did like some math
Yep.
game or whatever. And
I
now,
remember. I love those
yeah, you
games.
know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? I was like, so when everyone like when I got older and people were like, "Oh, what causes violence?" I was like, "All right, but like you're also not seeing the benefits of it like yeah, on a
Yep.
bad kid that thinks of
Uh,
violent things, yeah, GTA is gonna be terrible. But like, on a person like,
uh,
dude, I know people that like follow the traffic laws in GTA. Like they're like stopping at red lights. It's like, wait, dude, you know it's a game, right? They're like, yeah, but like a law is a law. And it's like, okay,
this concept doesn't just work. It's just like you can just take it and throw it in the garbage because, like, at the end of the day, even nowadays, the studies show that gaming gives you more positive than negative with the
I think
same
Yep.
so.
thinking, with like
It's so
socializing,
cool.
critical thinking,
Yes.
and
Hmm.
we can go on, go on and go on. And at the end of the day, if you play like FPS games and you're shooting someone, it's not gonna make you a killer in
Yeah,
real life.
you're learning
And
hand-eye coordination,
and
maybe for basketball.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and what I'm
Or
saying is,
imagine.
you can throw it in the garbage because at the end of the day, we're watching TV shows, movies, and those things are so much more violent
Mm,
than some video
Exactly.
games.
that's true.
So,
Exactly.
like, what are we talking about? It's just,
That's
again,
very
it's
true.
just old stereotypes, old way of
Yep.
thinking, and
Well, I mean,
And it's
even
crazy.
I feel like it's still happening, even though, like, granted, like we said, it's becoming a lot more mainstream. But there's still like,
Hmm.
dude, if you go into like a job force place and like you're looking for a job with other people and you're like, oh yeah, like I'm a content creator, like I play a professional game, I play Rocket League professionally. Like anyone in that room is gonna be like, wait, that's not a job.
Bro, do you want to hear something fucking funny? So in college, I was in my student government, right? I was like the
Okay,
vice president of my student government.
damn.
My application to join the student government, and so I put in my leadership skills. I was like, I was a guild master in an MMORPG. I feel like that
Stop.
qualifies me for leadership.
I,
I bursted out laughing at that. And then like the guy, my professor, who was like, he was actually one of my professors, but he was a part of the student government. He just looks at it and he's like, what does that mean? And I was like, have
What
you
does
ever
that
played
even
an
mean?
MMO? He's like, no. And I was like, okay, have you ever had to just um round up a bunch of adults that act
Yeah,
like children that are on
grown
a
ass.
game and then basically hold their
for
hands
real.
and to make decisions for them and to make sure they don't fuck things up? Like, have you ever had to do that? And he's like, no. And I was like, okay, well, that's what I had to do. And he's like, okay, I get it.
At a young
So
age.
it made me
For
laugh,
real.
but yeah, at a young age, it made me laugh. But I was like, it's so true. So I
That
had
is,
that in my
yo,
application for it.
I might start putting that shit in my
No,
It's
it's
resume.
ve-
it's
it's
hard,
it's
bro.
it's very true. Even if we're taking the esports concept, right? Like it's same with having like a five-man team. Usually there's an in-game leader. Usually
Yeah,
there's a captain. And that role, you cannot, like, you cannot take it away from anyone because
no,
playing at that type of professional high level where people make $100,000 a
that's a
month
job, my
and
boy.
being a leader of a team, it's a valid point on the resume to have.
Yeah,
Like, And same here,
Have you?
having being a guild leader, like it's if you're
Oh,
having
guild leader
a
is
real
just up there
yeah
with being like a manager at a retail store, like a
yeah
store manager, like.
Dealing with people, yeah, especially people when it's egos.
Oh,
Egos is the biggest thing because when egos come into the equation, having to deal with that delicately enough in a very stern but in a way that doesn't escalate it, that's true talent right there. If you can
honestly,
actually do that.
you are 100% correct. And
yeah
better question, and this is like, this is an honest question because like I've tried to lead teams. I've tried to be like Discord manager. I've tried to do all the things of leadership. I can do job leadership. Like I can run like a kitchen and stuff like that. But like guild stuff and like I just don't understand. And even for me as a male is very like it's disheartening. How how did you even acquire the skills to even get up to that position to want to be or become a guild leader?
What I, by the way, I would never do it again. But
That's fair. That's totally
I do
fair.
not want I do not want to be an officer or a guild leader. Like, I don't want any of that fucking responsibility. But at the time, it's one of those things where you get fed up from playing with other guilds that aren't on the same page as you, because I wanted to play more competitively in the
Okay.
sense that I wanted to actually like go out. I wanted to like be hardcore with PvP. The game I'm more talking specifically to that I actually led my guild was Warhammer Online. It
Oh, I know
wasn't
Warhammer.
as yeah, so it wasn't like as big as like World of Warcraft, obviously, or
It's still
anything like
pretty
that. But
big.
Warhammer Online, well, Warhammer is big, but Warhammer Online, like the MMO, wasn't like as big
Oh,
itself.
yeah
So
okay.
I led my guild in that one. Ironically, the reason that I ended up making a guild is because there was like a core group of us that just did not see eye to eye with the guild that we were in, because they were more like community guild. Back
yeah
Okay.
then, community guilds were memes. We didn't give a fuck about community guilds. Now community
yeah
guilds are a thing.
It's the
Everyone's like,
biggest
yeah,
thing in
let's
the
join a
world.
community guild.
You need a
Yeah.
community.
Back then everyone's like, community guild? Your community guild? Loser. Like, that's just how it was back then.
We're hardcore over
So
here.
they were, yeah. So we left that, and then we ended up creating like our small like skirmish kind of guild, and then that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to have just a small elite skirmish like PvP guild that could
Okay.
like take on Zergs, like good players, small group that could actually take on Zergs and other
Damn.
good groups and things like that. Leading them is actually great. I actually did not have issue with. There's only one
Really?
person that I had an issue. Yeah, there's only one person that I had an issue with ego, and I just ignored him. I'm not gonna lie to you. Whenever he went on rants or did anything like that, I was just like, okay, cool.
And that
And I
solved the
just like
problem.
ignored him. I just ignored. I still went about my day, and I said, okay, well, this is how it's gonna be. And then he would like bitch and complain, and I'd be like, not happening. Because there was one time, I had my parents in the guild, and then he told me to kick my parents because he was just like, yeah, like
that's
they're
crazy
Yeah,
they're not
like, you
on
crazy?
often. Yeah, he's like, they're not on often. They're not that good,
I
blah
don't
blah
care.
blah. And I was just like, yeah, I don't care. I was like, that's my parents. And then his brother was in the guild. I was like, your brother's in the guild, dude. Your brother's barely even on. And he's like, well, yeah, but like, I was like, no,
No.
like, I don't care. So I'm just not like, I'm not. So I would just ignore him. But
Okay.
if you leading a guild, if it's small, is not bad. When you start leading communities,
Yeah.
that's where you get a lot of drama. And
Well-
then anyone that's very familiar with MMOs and community guilds, probably Throne and Liberty is a good reference point. Those that are watching.
Well, I was gonna say it's also
yeah.
very similar because, like I said, you're getting into this this now streaming ecosystem, and that's why I asked, because it's more along the line, like it does help just all the females. Like I know so many, like I go to TwitchCon and PAX and all that, and I meet so many females that are just disheartened by just all the bull crap that you guys like. I'm always commending a female that is rising above in any kind of gaming scene, because I know it is like people always say like, oh, it's so easy because they're pretty. Yeah, that's totally fine. But the shit that you
Bro.
guys get in your DMs is crazy. It's crazy.
Bro, I am not kidding you. So when I started, like, my shit started like trending on social media and shit like that this past couple weeks.
Mm.
The amount of like bots and trolls
And
that I get
weird fucking
commenting on my
people.
shit. Oh my
No.
god, they just say some out of pocket shit, and I just sit there and I'm like,
Welcome.
what in the absolute fuck?
Welcome.
I understand like the algorithm is just like, oh well, you don't want to like, remove them because this is still like good for the algorithm, it still gets
Yeah.
traction,
Yeah, good
kind
engagement
of
is
like
engagement, or engagement in
like
general is good engagement.
yeah,
Yeah.
engagement is good engagement. I was like, nah, fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck. I was like, I keep my peace.
Hell
If
yeah.
somebody's gonna come up on my shit trying to fucking, rage bait and try to get fucking likes and shit like that because they think they're fucking cool and edgy because
Yeah.
they want to do some stupid cringe shit on somebody's profile that's out of pocket,
Mhm.
I don't give a fuck. You're getting blocked. You think I give a fuck about my algorithm? I don't give a fuck care.
I mean,
But
So,
but when you do grow though, it's gonna be
oh, it's gonna be
on a
hard to keep track
yeah,
of
it's
it.
on
oh,
a
you're gonna get a
yeah.
shit ton
So
more.
at the end of the day, I always keep telling everyone who I get to speak to is just like have to just filter things out and just ignore. You have to
Hmm.
understand that majority are bots that are not even real accounts.
Oh
Majority
yeah,
are some
it's
12-year old
Yeah,
yeah.
little
trolls, right?
kids,
So why
creepy
would you
old
even give
men.
attention or energy back to someone like you will never ever meet or interact again,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
just the way I
it's
feel.
definitely at first I was like humoring it and like shit talking back because it made me laugh.
That's fine.
But then
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
got to a point where I was just like, all right, this is getting like
How much time are you
they
about to
started saying
spend
the
on
same
this?
shit. Yeah, and I was like, I'm wasting time on it. Yeah, it's funny, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, like it's just getting. Now I just like block it. But then I was talking to some of my friends. I'm like, it's gonna get to a point where I can't keep track. So
Oh
I'm
yeah,
just
you're
gonna
Yeah.
gonna
get
have
to a
to
point
filter
where I'm
shit.
just gonna have to ignore it.
So start it now.
Um,
So they do, at the end of the day, it does help algorithm, even though you don't care, but at the end of the day, you won't be doing this eventually anyway, because
Yeah.
again, you won't be able
mhm.
to track hundreds of people that are being trolls, especially, because you're a female and from the looks of it, you're doing amazing, and
Yeah, the
you will
buildup has
have a
been
lot of
amazing.
yeah, you will have a lot of these experiences, unfortunately. Even me as like
Yeah,
a guy, I get like quite a few trolls because some people know from the community that the
Oh,
game I play
dude.
with, and yeah, it's just normal. It's something that
hmm
you
Well, I
just have
will
to
say
understand.
the only thing is, and I like this is not like downplaying anyone's stories or anything, but this is a three group of individuals that all have our own problems.
This is a quick break to just let you know, yes, you can be a master at one thing or more than others. But let's just say you're a master at event tournament organization. So I want to introduce you to LIGL Arena. It is the marketplace where you get to create your own events, collect your money for your events from your community, and you guys can all game together. So just wanted to put that out there. If you're interested in testing out LIGL Arena, our new platform, make sure you click the link in the bio to join. It's free to join and help us test it out. Thanks so much, and let's get back into this.
Oh,
So
I
have you heard
did
sorry,
of
play
guys.
this?
Deadlock a little bit. I did. Hey, welcome back. I
I was
did play
like,
Welcome
Deadlock
back.
a little bit. I got bored. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just never.
wait,
Same
hold
here.
on.
There's
You got
I
bored? I got told
I got
how
bored.
intense it is and how much things it is. And you come on here
oh,
saying I'm bored.
it's a
But we're
lot.
talking like we're talking. When did I play it? This was like a year ago. This is when Deadlock was like first
Oh,
like
like super.
Announced. Yeah,
yeah when I
yeah,
was like
yeah.
playing it.
It was a lot more straightforward. Nowadays, they patch after patch, and it's a whole fiesta. How much things and many things you have to do
Yes,
in
I'm
the
still gonna
game.
try
So
it. I'm still gonna try it out. I still haven't
yeah.
played it, but I'm gonna try
I'm
it.
trying. I'm trying giving it another chance actually because I did see it went up to. The game is not released. It's a invite only by a friend though, which doesn't mean a lot, but still anyone can get in basically. But it
Yes.
still jumped up to 100,000 people online without having any ads, paid streamers, none of that crap, and it's just all
You think?
genuine,
You
genuine
think?
numbers. So yeah, I'm like,
That's good.
it's gonna be the next big game. At the end of the day, last big game that kind of blew up in esports and is doing fairly fine is Valorant, and I think
Hmm.
Deadlock is gonna be the next one. Unfortunately, it took like
I hope.
almost 6 years now, but yeah.
Bro, did you see the thing that happened with the whole? I'm pretty sure you heard of it. At the Marvel tournament that happened with the whole. There's these two
Oh,
girls.
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
yes. Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah. With the
Actually,
40K,
actually, this is perfect
yeah.
because this is actually current news, and I haven't had
Mhm.
anyone to talk about it with. So, all
Oh,
right.
It's
I
just
have my
sad.
opinions for
Wait.
sure.
So
Yeah.
wait. BKB, you know the story, right? You know what's happening.
I do know. Yes, I do know clearly.
So,
Yes,
all
I
right.
follow all shenanigans.
I have to ask. So I have to ask the basic question because obviously this kid is getting backlash, but it's more over like they're thinking like he's bashing because he's a man. It's like more of a feminine versus masculinity
Fuck that
thing.
shit.
But like
Mhm.
I watched the game.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. I don't care if you're man, female, blue, pink, alien.
Yeah.
I'm cussing you out.
Yeah.
It's 40K, bro. But at
Yo,
the end of the
I'm
Yeah.
day,
fighting
before
you. I
we
am. I'm putting you in the parking lot.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, things sometimes work out as they should, and in this time it did because the guy made more than he would have made because he had mad donations, mad
Oh, well,
new
that's good. Oh, I
followers,
didn't know
mad
that.
subscribers. Yeah, yeah, he's now a big streamer, big person.
Oh, yeah.
He made more.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
He made
good.
more than 40K, so
So
everything is fine.
my whole thing about it was that, like, when I first heard it,
Yeah.
is yeah, you're right. Like, if somebody's called you out because you're feeding or you're not like contributing, like you're in a fucking tournament, like
Yeah.
Yeah,
switch, like
don't
fucking
play.
switch,
Fucking
Yeah,
switch.
like
you
or
don't.
don't play. Like if you don't want to take a tournament seriously, like don't fucking play.
Mm.
And that's the thing that tilted me. Like if I was a part of a tournament and I had somebody, I don't give a fuck who you are. If you're sitting there fucking bullshitting because you think this is a cool thing to do with your bestie, and
Yeah.
you're fucking throwing the game because you think it's cute. It's not fucking cute.
It's
Fucking switch.
embarrassing. They should
Like
actually
I'm
feel
so glad
ashamed,
you
but
said that.
they're
and that's a big
they're
thing
dragging it.
too.
What?
The mentality.
Like the whole, so to start off, the whole toxic shit that they did when they were like taking it like fucking personally and started insulting him personally, that's like, bro, nah, like that is so fucking uncalled for. But I came across like a lot of reels where there was other women worried that that whole situation is going to cause backlash to like the female gaming community.
Oh.
So I made a response to that saying
Yeah.
that
Please.
it will a bit. Like it will. Realistically, it will. Like
How
women
so?
in gaming
How so?
have always gotten a lot of shit. There's it's your idiots. It's not your good gamers. Your good gamers don't give a fuck about your gender. They don't
No.
care if you're male, if you're female, if you're cat, dog,
Trans,
whatever
yeah,
it is.
I don't
Now
give a
your
damn.
trash,
Are
yeah,
you
your
good or
trash
bad?
idiot
Yeah.
gamers. Yeah, your
Yeah.
trash idiot gamers, they're the ones that are gonna sit there and they're gonna play an FPS with you. They hear that you're female on CODs, they're gonna be like, "Yo, bitch, get back in the kitchen."
Mm.
But like I said in like my response, that a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, people that joke that way aren't actually good gamers. I cannot tell you how many
Ooh.
times I've fucking guy that would just talk shit just because you're a female,
Yo.
and then he ended up being just trash. And then I was just like, "What the fuck are you
I've
saying?"
seen that
So-
so many times.
it correlates. I've been gaming for so long, and I've heard it so often. Like it correlates.
I'll tell you right now,
So-
just a little
It's-
tidbit. I like I told you, like I haven't been. I was playing tournaments before esports became a thing, but back in
Mhm.
my day, there was a lot of like female clan, like PMS clan. There was like frag dolls, and like they were just a bunch of these
Mhm.
girls that like spread out across all these platforms. Dude, I've never beat them. They take my ass to fucking court every single time. So I, from a young age, I was like, "Oh, dude, I don't give a fuck what you are," because I know females that could smoke me easily. Like,
Yeah.
don't
but
ever
like
talk
she
shit.
said, it's mostly just dumb people that ain't even good
Yeah.
at any video games.
They're not.
and,
They're
and,
not
and,
good.
and
Yeah.
and that correlates to like maybe overall like IQ. The more IQ you have, the more chances of you being a better gamer, and therefore you having a better, like having common sense that hey, yo, it does not matter.
There is
You know,
Go ahead.
there is something I was talking to a friend about this too because we were on the same topic of women in like tournaments and like competitive esports and stuff like that. There is a lot of good female gamers, but I don't think there's many, if not at all, like really high like competitive tournament female gamers. I could be wrong on that,
Now, I was
but
gonna
that's
say,
only because
because there
that's
are.
only because, and here's my perspective, is
Yeah.
that when the genre gaming is very male dominant, women have not been in it as long as men have.
Yes. I'll
Now
give you that.
they grew
Yeah.
up in it a longer time, so they got to adapt to the style. They got to adapt to, you know, kind of like when you're a kid and you can learn foreign languages really easily, kind of thing.
Yes.
So you just a sponge when you're a kid, and then girls typically usually in this age range, and then a little like pretty younger, don't get into gaming until they're older versus like boys do when they're kids.
I've noticed that.
Now, the younger generation, like the Gen Alpha, like all them, the girls in that, they're the ones that are gonna fucking set sail. They're the ones that are gonna be like, we have to go
Trendsetters.
head
on
and head with
on
times
on,
and stuff
on
like that.
equal footing.
Yeah.
They're gonna be on equal footing, and I'm excited to see that because that's gonna be some
Same.
like cool shit. But they're gonna probably have a harder time though versus like the females nowadays and previously because of all the ones that got caught with cheating, all the ones that do some like sketchy like toxic shit like this that just happened. So you're gonna have some Gen Alpha, like genuine female, like loving gamers that want to compete in tournaments and shit like that. Yeah, they're gonna be good, but they're gonna have a harder time because of the previous generations.
They're gonna have to
doing
deal with the
fucked up
backlash.
shit. They're gonna have to deal with
Yeah.
all the backlash, which sucks
Huh.
because like I feel for them on that.
That's
But
how everything in life is. We're dealing with a backlash of boomers of what's going on with the
Yep.
economy, and you know it's just the part
Yeah.
of life. You do not choose which
Yep.
generation you're born. You're given a hand, and you just deal with it. You know.
Yeah.
And to add to it, I think we also our generation is probably the luckiest one because we got to experience
Yeah, we
both
got both
oh
sides.
yeah,
you
I
know?
We
would
got
swing,
both
I would
sides.
trade it for anything.
Yeah, I was like, we got
Yeah.
both sides. We got before technology and
Yeah.
after technology. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the future looks pretty bright with
Yeah, I was
technology
like,
too.
dude,
We
I'm
get to
so sad.
experience some sword art online type shit, you know.
No,
Telling
no.
you,
but
Stop
I'm
putting
making
it
it. I'm
into
making
her head.
Yeah.
No.
I'll be the
If I
internal
wake up
tester.
in a
I'll be the first
simulation,
one
I'm gonna be so
experiment
mad.
on
We don't want
it.
to
I'm a
test.
volunteer. I'll
I'm
sign
gonna
NDA.
scream at you. Just in the middle of the
Nah.
VR world, like, fuck.
But nah,
This is your fault. You guys are like locked in. You're like, this
Yeah.
is your fucking fault.
I know exactly who did this. We're screwed, guys.
yeah, but females are fine. Like I follow esports daily. There are, it's similar to sports where there's just different leagues, and those leagues are meant for female gamers,
Well,
right?
Yeah, but I don't like.
I
me
was just
personally,
about
this
to
is my
say.
opinion. I don't like that.
Yeah,
because
I
to
don't
me,
think
gaming
I'm
is not a
agreeing.
gender sport
Yes.
because if you want equal
It's a
footing,
human sport.
you want to have equality, not a handicap.
Yeah.
But
To
I'll
me, I
I'll
would
make
feel
it-
insulted.
I'll make it pleasant, not insulting for you. The reason for that is because this is a way how females can now make a living out of it. Because unfortunately, if they are put into the like main league where the guys play, we've seen like there was one girl that actually played with the guys on a main Valorant.
Yeah, because there's mixed.
You
yeah,
know, but just
exactly.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that again, you have to look at things from a positive perspective. That the reason why there are separate leagues because it gives them a higher chance to actually compete, make salary, make a living, and actually live the lifestyle that they want to do. Because if there were no separate leagues, it's same like in real sports. If there was no soccer league for women, most likely a woman who loves soccer wouldn't be able to, pay
I was
pay
just about
for
to
the
say,
house
I
and
see what you're
right?
saying now,
So-
kinda.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
will say
so
for gaming
that
it's
is-
a little different because like
It's
obviously
not.
Yeah, I'm
real
gonna
sports,
really-
real
me
sports.
personally, I'm gonna agree to disagree.
Yeah,
because
no,
it's
real
not-
sports integrated real
It's not
sports.
biology.
Yeah, like
I
I'm not.
understand the
I
physical
don't.
difference, but not every sport.
Yeah, because like I
demands
would
a
feel bad if a female, like if a female, like females in like UFC or like boxing, like dude, run your shit. Like dude, you don't need a boy and girl thing like that. Like dude, I've seen girls one hit grown men. Like that's totally fair. So like I understand,
I would have to
but
agree
like
to disagree again,
dude,
because that's
no.
why there's weight
I don't know.
classes and
UFC
everything.
is different. Yeah, UFC
Yeah,
you keep the women and men
you
separate.
Dude,
because
I've lived in the
that's
Bronx.
ridiculous.
I've lived in the Bronx. I've seen women
I
body
understand,
teams
Commando,
of
but
dudes.
I understand, but they're regular people. We're talking about professionals. It's
Well,
just
no,
a little
I
bit
mean,
different,
I see what you're
you
saying
know?
of like, I see what you mean by like having the different tiers, gives accessibility to like getting paid. That I get,
Yeah.
but also what I'm assuming DNA is feeling is like no, but for gaming anyway, like it wouldn't be it'd be one thing if where it's like basketball where they have WNBA and NBA like. In gaming there's not men sports and female sports like you can have an integrated team of like
Yeah.
2 girls 2 guys 3 girls 1 guy like it's in gaming it's totally fine because it's not about your gender, it's about your skill level.
It's about your skill level. There's
Yeah.
no
That is, again,
gender like advantage or disadvantage when it comes to gaming,
But like
in my opinion.
yeah
No, there are some
what
there are. I can even send it to because we're running out of time. I don't want to get in depth, but there
Oh,
has
I'm done
been.
with
we
that.
got
Sorry,
enough
I'm
time
done.
we
Yeah,
got
there-
enough
there
time
has
for you to
been
voice
some
your
research.
opinion.
But listen. The end of the goal is to have the same league, you know, and have male and female going at it. But at the end of the day, right now, it still shows that males somehow are competing at a little bit higher level than females. It has been proven many times in League,
I don't think
Dota,
that's based on
CS.
skill though. I think that's based on females not wanting to have like we're always bashing females. So like yeah, no a pro Dota
but
female is probably not going to be on a pro Dota team because she got told that girls
They
are supposed to play Barbie
they
dolls.
are, Commando. There was a pro Valorant teams they competed with male teams and the results were not positive. I'm saying the gap is still there, but the end goal is to have everyone at the same level.
I kind of want to leave off,
Yes, please.
I guess, because we always roll with something. But the question that I want to ask you personally, BKB,
Yeah.
at what point is it marketing? Because to me, it just sounds like marketing.
Ooh.
Marketing maybe like years ago, but since these leagues have been made, since these pro organizations have acquired and the girls have signed contracts and stepped into the pro scene where the infrastructure is the same as for the male pro players. There have been like leagues going for Valorant now like 2 years, and they've been scrimming, competing, practicing right against male teams. And because I follow, I know the results are not there yet. Again, I'm not an expert. I'm not like a scientist. I can send you the research things that I've found, but I don't know what is the reason for now. But I do believe what you said is that maybe with the next generation, when everything is on the same footing, things might change. But for now, I am positive, and I think it's fortunate enough that there are at least some kind of leagues, because we are giving a gateway for females to actually believe,
I agree
and have like,
Giving
yo, I
a
can
lane.
actually go pro and make money, and when I start doing this, I might even go higher and go to the pro league where play with the boys together or versus
Well, see,
them. Where
that's
they get
where that's where I said I agreed. Like, I understand where you're coming from of like having a female league gives more females an opportunity. Like, and that's why I'm like I agree with that because like because of this, the new generation, you're gonna see more pro female players. People are gonna realize that no, females can be pro players, and the pros. So what I was trying to say before is not like statistics. You can go on statistics, but also there's also statistically proven that females get told not to play video games way more often than males. Like 100% given.
Like
as
that's
a
why I would
kid.
agree years ago, but not anymore.
No, that's what I'm saying. No,
anymore.
even now.
But the current, yeah. That's why
even
Gen
now.
Alpha, them girls are gonna be cracked.
There's some secret girl right now that's in her basement grinding.
It's BKB's probably gonna be your daughters. Your
Yo,
daughters are probably gonna be
it's
like,
probably gonna be your daughters, dude.
I mean,
They watched you
we'll see,
play,
we'll
all
see.
of a sudden, dude, they're gonna be like 13, just fucking slamming dudes.
they're gonna
Hopefully,
be like, yo,
hopefully.
they're gonna be like, yo, get in the kitchen. And you're like, what'd you say, bitch?
Yo,
Fucking
yeah.
delete him. Make him uninstall like the game, everything like that. He's never coming back.
Hell
it's-
fucking
yeah,
yeah,
we'll
dude.
see.
Watch, we called it
Well-
here first. BKB is gonna make the two female esports champs of all time.
We'll see, we'll see.
They got the perfect coach as their dad.
That is true. That is true. I wouldn't mind myself as a coach, but yeah. Yeah,
No.
it's all good stuff. But we always do have a one question we always ask our guests, or more like we want you to
Oh.
basically from you lived your life, you've done things,
Amazing
you've
life.
traveled a lot, right? Yeah, from sound of it, amazing life, and seems like you're a very smart and experienced person. So, what is the one advice that you could give to us and to the viewers or anyone that helped you to basically move forward in a life and also, get where you are right now?
Damn. I have quite a bit, but I mean,
damn.
I guess we'll just say in the concept of me starting to stream, right?
Yeah.
Just fucking do it. You're getting older. There's people that have been wishing and wanting to do things, and then tomorrow they pass away. Just do it. Because at the end of the day, like, the worst that can happen is nothing. Dying? Yeah, he
Exactly.
died.
You know
So
what?
he died. You didn't get to do it, so just fucking do it before you
I'll
die.
give you that, but also you're already a strong, independent woman, so that's a little too easy for you to say. Because yeah, you're like, oh yeah, just do it. Because yeah, it seems like you can
Just
do
fucking
just
do it.
anything, and it won't bother you regardless. So
But,
no,
but that's the point of it. That's the point of it, right? Even if it bothers you, just do it.
well, so no, I
that's
just
the
wanted,
purpose
I just
of it.
wanted to, I just wanted to add on
It
to your
has
question.
to. What is comfortable?
Yeah, no, like
Mhm.
how in your actual life, because like obviously you just started streaming, so you're just building up, but because clearly you're successful, you seem like you're doing very well, you're living in a different state, you're like you've traveled and stuff like that. In your life, what's a good mantra that you've had throughout your life that's kept you on this path?
Just fucking doing it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It really is
Like,
just
it's
doing it.
been
Okay.
straight up that, yeah. So for instance, before job wise, I was just working at modeling agencies. That's all I did.
Okay.
And then when I ended up, leaving agencies, I didn't have any other skill set. So I just sat there and I learned how to code. Now I work for an AI company. Who would have
Shit.
fucking thought? So just do it.
Jesus.
You get imposter
What?
syndrome. You get uncomfortable. Like life sucks. Like life gets uncomfortable. You got to push yourself to the limit.
Yeah.
If you're uncomfortable, you're doing it right.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's where you grow when it's uncomfortable. Because when it's comfortable, you're
Okay.
stagnating. Because it's
Your
comfortable.
your brain naturally wants to be in a state of comfort because it's surviving.
Yeah.
You need to push your body out and your mind out of that comfort. And the good example is like when you work out.
Yeah.
When you're running, right? In your head, you're thinking about, hey, I want to stop running. Hey, this is like, uncomfortable.
Yeah, this
Hey,
hurts.
yeah, I'm getting a little bit tired. Your body can fucking keep going. Your body is like insane, but your brain wants to give up before your body does. So don't let your brain take over. You're gonna feel uncomfortable. Fucking do it.
That's a good way to look at it. You are 100% right. Shit.
Comes from mental strength. man.
Yeah, I was
Mental
like, yeah, and
strength
coming
is
from
good.
someone that has gone to school for the knowledge of knowing people's mental, I feel like this is like the person that you want to ask about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's also straightforward advice, guys. Just do it. At the end of the day, nothing like she said, nothing is gonna happen. At the end of the day, worst thing that might happen is that you might fail it, but you can try again or try another thing. It's
Mhm.
better than getting old, because we are getting older. And then when you're like 60
We all
years
get
old
old.
and you're regretting, you're at your
Hmm.
deathbed and you're regretting all these things that you haven't done in your life, just
Yeah.
because I feel I know I feel anxious, or I know I don't want to be judged, like,
Yeah.
you know like it's just do it. Yeah.
No, that is beautiful. I
Nike,
will
just do
say
it.
no, and because everyone always
Yeah,
just says like,
like,
just go for it, just like just do the thing. But I feel like you definitely explained the the defining points of like just do it. Like no, like
Mhm.
honestly, your mind will tell you to stop, but your body can do a lot more than what your mind thinks.
yeah,
So 100% beautifully said.
yeah,
You got it.
yeah.
But yeah,
Even I
no.
think when we wake up from the bed, right? Like
Oh
sometimes
yeah,
we have these bad days, but it starts from from your mental strength. Because at the end of the day, your body just woke up, like it has full of energy. You can step outside of the
yeah, your
bed and
body can do
start the
it.
day. But your mind though is like, oh, I want to sleep more. I don't want to wake up. So yeah,
Me
it's a
every day
very
of my
very
life.
good advice, very good explanation, and yeah, good stuff.
No,
Thank
it's
you.
so beautiful. And like before we end it all, I do want to like give you a moment because like I said, everyone, she is just beginning her streaming journey and clearly she has a bunch of confidence, a lot of charisma, some skill, like all like skill across the board on multiple levels. So
Yeah,
she's going to be a very successful person. Like
I
so
agree.
this is your time if you want to like give any shout outs, let people know where they can find you, what platforms you're on. This is the time to like kind of put the stuff down that we're gonna put in these little like links below for you.
Yeah. Shout out to my parents for making me.
Ooh,
Thanks,
nice.
mom and dad.
Go,
Yo, no one's ever done a shout out to the parents.
shout out
Yo,
to your cool parents,
heck
for your
yeah,
cool parents.
heck yeah.
Because
but yeah.
not everyone. Before you say so, not everyone is lucky to have parents like you. I'm just saying. Just I don't
Oh
know the
yeah. Hell
details,
yeah.
but from who you seem to are, and from the stories you told us, yeah,
You got
it's
some good ones.
amazing. It's just very nice to hear.
I know. I have great parents. I
Yeah,
know. I
that's
know
a
so
good
many people
one.
want to
You
be
don't hear
adopted
that
by my
often,
parents. We can all be siblings. It's cool.
so it's really nice to say
um,
that. No.
but yeah, I stream on Twitch right now. It's Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Sometimes it's off. I'll stream randomly on other days. You can find me
For
at
fun.
xv_DNA. My Instagram is xv_DNA.
Okay.
But I do gaming and IRL. I'm kind of venturing into the IRL a little bit because obviously I would like to do adventure, weird things like that
Which
too. Like I want to go to more anime
Fire.
conventions,
we definitely got to bring
more
you on the
raves.
show again for that because
Let's
Oh, for
come on.
sure.
I did
Yeah,
I
there's a
did
lot more
see
to
your
talk about.
IRL thing, and so I am the like in-world correspondent. I do go to a lot of conventions, and I feel like you're definitely
Mhm.
gonna be at one of the ones I come to. So we're gonna have like a live
Oh, that would be
recap of
so
for you
cool.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
Yeah, that would be cool. But yeah, just if you wanna talk, hang out, watch me, my life, my chaos, my fun, just come follow. I'll be there.
Hell yes. And shout out DNA. You have been such a delight, such a pleasure to have on the show. You've educated all of us, enlightened us on your
Yeah.
amazing journey, and like I couldn't be happier. This was definitely one of the best episodes, especially an impromptu episode. Can't beat that.
But yeah, yeah, you have a great personality, and
For
you have
real.
more than what it takes. And if I already see these, videos on my IG, algorithm is doing its magic, then
It's doing its
keep
magic
pushing,
with you.
keep doing what you're doing, and you'll be good. Just find the consistency, and yeah. And honestly, just an advice, I think IRL streams would be a thing of yours, because not
Oh,
to take away from what you
it's
did before, but as you said, you did modeling, and you
Hmm.
have the face, you have the looks. It will play a good positive role for your success.
I can tell you IRL
Yeah.
streaming is
Thanks.
definitely the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, you got a good
That
path
is
ahead of you.
another thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Again, this is the Fireside Gamer Stories. I'm your host, Commando for
Alright.
W, my boy BKV, and of course, DNA has been such a delight to have. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Till next time, guys, Be safe, love one another, and